This video will be about, mostly about on the question of what is food. Sorry. So, this seems a very easy question. Just like the question, what is a living thing? It seems so obvious. You go out and say, this is food. That is a living thing. Well, the ancient Greeks went out, said, that's a living thing, that's not a living thing. So plants ended up as objects. So sometimes I enjoy to give some deeper thought to what are what. And one of the question of this was food. Well, it seems to be food is what we put into our mouths, chew it or not, then swallow it and go through our digestive system and feeds us. But everything what we put into our mouths and swallow it is food. Of course not. Some are harmful, some are not digestible, and take another perspective. Food, the things what feed us, but keeps us alive, and well, I don't want to mix food with breathing, but then whatever. So let's for a moment think that salt and sugar and water, what we commonly accept as foods, can be entered the body and be just as useful as through the intestines? Of course it can. Half of the medical system is about those infusion bags and whatnot. Really, most of the times people just need blood, or when not blood, because it's complicated to get access to. It is just certain materials, and they just get these. Oh shit! Sorry, I checked something. Okay, so this homeostatic salt solution, it's basically water mixed with salt, and that goes into the body. Of course, there are a lot of things that you can inject to, like medicines and signing materials, like for Röntgen machines, X-ray machines. Probably that phrase you know better. So food is, if you want to dig deep into the meaning, is something that keeps us alive, whatever point it enters into our body. But of course we swallow it and it goes through a certain kind of digestive system, most of the time at least. Oh yes, it goes through. So medicines, according to my understanding of the definitions, is food. Sorry, my saliva. Sorry. So medication is food. and a lot of other things can be considered too. I don't want to expand the definition too much, but make the word meaningless. So this is one reason why I think that people with the genetic seemingly harmful mutations or uh, genetic disorders or whatever the correct word would be, not even by scientifically or grammatically, but by the meaning, or I mean in the way like you don't say those are black people, but you say in the U.S. of course, you say they are black, say African Americans. So ethically useful word. Well, let's move on. So from another perspective, one want to, from the same perspectives, from the same way, I want to touch cybernetics, because what you call cybernetic, sorry, cybernetic is mostly considered in the way of um, from the Terminator, where there is a human part and an artificial part, and they are attached together and work together, and it is very robotic, like an artificial limb, um, or in the sense where cyberpunk novels use this, is that the human brains remains, and what everything else can be modified, or not modified, exchanged, because they allow the biological brain modified too. So in a sense it is very built together thing, the cybernetic implantations, but in an other way we can define this as cybernetic as artificial things that are more or less a permanent part of our body for the purpose of enhancing or just fixing it to be able to the normal functions, what people usually accept as normal. So, now, many people, maybe because of they think like think on cybernetics like the Terminators are the real embodiment of cybernetics. Actually, the Terminator was not even a cyborg; it was a robot. But whatever. Well, according to the most general opinion, because the most general use of the word is that even though it is the infusion of biological body with artificial parts, artificial body, it is the brain, the thinking, the way of the organ of thinking is should basically remain the original biological one, and for my reason is this is that the artificial intelligences are not creative. They can build up things only from what they or is already inputted them, but they cannot come with a very anything really new. So that is why I prefer that definition. Now, Back to the problem I can present to you, that according to my definition of cybernetics, that it is more or less permanent part to enhance our body, uh, what we wear on it. Well, the glasses or the simple clothes are cybernetic enhancements. Maybe this was thought, and from these two examples you can see that people socially many times take things as given, as evident, but sometimes it turns out maybe they are not that evident. Maybe this is a form of some social religion that we just, without thinking, accept that the word we use, the way we think about the world, and how we express is the same for everyone, and it is true, essentially true. But as it turns out from time to time, just in the case of what is living, so that is three examples actually in this video, it is not. Well, I hope you could finish watching this video, and it wasn't too diffuse, and I hope we will maybe later encounter in this video, of course. Bye.